Hey, this is Simon Chan. I'm going to share with you, which I think is the biggest change tool that will help you save time, get you better results in network marketing. In fact, this is the biggest change and biggest tool out there since social media came along in the late 2000s. I cannot think of something that really is going to transform and change the industry. And this is something you need to know about and start playing around with it. And that is using my AI to create content for your social media. Now, you all know social media is a great recruiting tool. All the top leaders use it, but coming up with ideas, coming up with good content that actually speaks to target audience is not easy. And I know it. I've been creating content for the last 20 years, since all the way from 2004, right? Whatever, how many years that was. Been creating content is not easy. Now, I've been able to create content pretty quickly, but I still find this tool to be amazing, and I use it. And I'll give you a couple of reasons. So anyway, before I talk about that, I'm going to show you a live demo how it works. I was really skeptical before. I didn't want some machine to replace me. I have over 800 podcasts. I have a YouTube channel. I have Instagram, Facebook, all these tens of thousands of followers. I need to be real, right? I need to be Simon, and I don't want a machine to replace me. But what I discovered is my AI doesn't replace you, but makes you better and actually saves you time. And so instead of when I come up with content, one of the harder things, what do I write about? How do I start it, right? Or even the web pages that we just used to spend me weeks. What's the first draft? The first draft is always the hardest. I think about when you were in school, the first draft, starting a blank paper, not knowing what to type or write, is the hardest. And my AI makes it easy and comes up with the first draft just like it was written by you. You tell them what to write and will come up with it, and then you like it, you can use it immediately. Or if you're like me, I keep 90% of it and I tinker with a few things. But anyway, I don't want to talk anymore. I'm going to show you a live demo that I did with my good friend Adrian Chanel. He's going to show you exactly how it works and how it's going to save you time, be a game changer, and give you better results in social media. So let's go to that training right now.
There we go.
Okay, so let me share about Adrian, okay? Hey, my friend Tom Chanel is on here. So really important is, I can go on and on, but I connected with Adrian because of Tom Chanel. Tom Chanel is one of the legends on network marketing. In fact, I had him on MLM Nation episode 200. A lot of you know about him already. He speaks at all the major events, Tom Chanel. And then a couple of years ago, I got fortunate enough that Tom introduced me to his son, Adrian. And Adrian and I immediately clicked with a lot of things in common. We talked about all, and like 3 weeks ago, we were in Pirates Cove in Rob Sperry's mastermind. We just hung out. I hung out with him more than anyone else. From kids, we both have 3 kids, 3 madness kids. I have dogs. He has cats. I have boys. He has a couple of girls. But his son does baseball. We do baseball. We talk about T-ball, baseball, everything. He is awesome. But more important, he's also an entrepreneur. And like Tom and Adrian are 2 people I trust. And a lot of these have used contact mapping before, a great tool. And even back in the day, years ago, I never really promoted other people's stuff, but promoted contact mapping because of Tom and Adrian. Simply because I trust them. They're good people with good intentions. But anyway, recently they got this really cool stuff that this company came in and came up with this technology with creating social media that made it so much easier. I'll tell you, this is such a big game changer. I know a lot of you have been. How many of you have been to my BYB workshops? Type in the 2. If you've been to my BYB workshops, we do them. I know Terry, you've been to them. Cindy, you've been to them. This is such a big game changer that the BYB workshop entire thing is going to change now because of it. And it's AI, right? It has to do with AI. And you hear about AI this year and about that. How does AI actually help network marketers, right? Because it's still a relationship business. And that's what I found out about my AI. And they got a great tool that makes things so much easier. Because what I find a lot of people do in network marketing is they're prospecting, but they have poor social media profiles. And they're working hard and they have no content. And because of that, it's like they're working hard, but not working smart. I always talk about posting social media is the 20% that gives 80% return, right? So it's just like your business card. You got good content, co-market, war market, lands here, they immediately trust you. Now, the problem is you want to create social media content, and that's why I did my workshops. I create content for you all, is that you do that, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of my time. So anyway, I don't want to give anything away. I can talk on and on, but Adrian's an amazing and his father, Tom. Amazing people. I'm going to give it to Adrian. He's actually going to show you a live demo on how to use AI to go create content and in your voice. And it's authentic. Okay. It's not like I'm cheating something because you actually give examples of who you are. So I actually did this. Okay. Some of my posts, I actually take my previous posts, show it to AI. So this is Simon Chan. I tell him I want to create a certain thing based on Simon Chan speaking, not Adrian speaking, not like someone else speaking, but me speaking, not a machine speaking, and what I will write. And this is what I want to talk about. And this thing will do it for you. So anyway, Adrian, I'm going to head and give it to you. And so anyway, everyone, fasten your seatbelts. I got some really cool stuff. If you have questions, put it in the Q&A. I want to see this live demo because I actually, when Adrian showed it, it was amazing. Anyway, I can go on and on. I got to shut up. Over to you, Adrian.
Thank you so much, Simon. It's great to be with all of you. And dude, I loved your training tonight. It was so powerful. And it just is a sign of just how important and aligned everything that you teach is with what we have created. And I knew that intrinsically, but I was just like scribbling notes as I went along going like, oh man, like this lines up, this lines up, this lines up. So I'm so excited to show it to you. As Simon said, my name's Adrian Chenault. I am the VP of Business Development at a company called Nowsite. We make this product called My AI that I'm going to share with you this evening. And as Simon mentioned, our company that my dad, Tom, and I, who he's also here in the audience tonight, he and I co-founded was called Contact Mapping. We joined Nowsite through an acquisition earlier this summer. And I'll tell you just a little bit of background story. I met Justin Bellababa, who is the CEO of Nowsite, a couple of years ago. I was instantly super, super impressed with this guy. He studied undergrad at Harvard. He's created multiple companies already. You know, it's no Columbia, but it's a second-rate institution, right, Simon? So he has created multiple companies. But the biggest thing that stood out to me about Justin is his passion to really serve. And so we started building this relationship. We're building two separate companies. And about 9 months ago, I watched as they completely transformed their company with the power of AI and rebuilt everything that they did from the ground up. And it was then that I realized that the combined vision of what we could create together was bigger than either of us could possibly do on our own. And that vision has come together in this new My AI product that I'm going to get to show you right now. And so here's what I want you to think about. Simon talked about this at the beginning of his presentation tonight. Consistency is the most important thing. And without the right coaching, without the right person to show you how to do it, without the right tools, consistency can be really challenging. The reason it's the most important thing is because it's also the thing that most people will not cultivate for themselves. And so if you are at you're at the grindstone, you're in the arena, you are out there developing your consistency, you are already in the 1% because most people just won't do that. But what if we could lower the barrier to consistency and make it easier for you to do the right thing so that those streaks and that momentum become easier? That is the core of what we are doing with My AI. And so what I want you to imagine is that My AI is exactly what we named it to be. It's your AI. It's an AI version of you that is going to make your life so much easier. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. And I'm going to do a live demo here in a moment. There's one piece of the puzzle that I can't do live for you because I already did it on my account. So I'm going to show you some screenshots at the very beginning here, and then we'll demo live from there on out. The thing that I'm going to show you is that when you first get My AI, the first thing that happens is you literally get to meet your AI. And your AI is going to interview you and learn about who you are, learn about what you are about, so that it can then begin to create content for you. So I'm just going to show you briefly what that looks like. When I first create my Nowsite account, it says, let's bring Adrian AI to life. And so what does that look like? My AI is going to ask me some questions about who I am. It's going to make sure that I want, what name do I want to go by? Do I want to go by a nickname? What's my business? What am I into? What are my hobbies? Tell me about your family. It wants to learn about the whole of who I am. It wants to me to share about the music that I'm into, the movies that I like, the people who inspire me, all the different aspects about who I am. And so in a couple of minutes, it's going to get this core understanding of who I am. And it's amazing how effective it is at taking that and understanding who I am. And so it's then going to take that and translate it into some interests and some popular figures that I'm interested in. And so, for me, I'm big into cooking. I love to go out to eat. I have become a total pickleball addict in recent years. I'm a big Denver Nuggets fan. The Nuggets are playing the Lakers right now, so go Nuggets. And I shared about some of the people who inspire me, and it did a great job at pulling those in. And so then it says, okay, great. Now I think I understand who you are, but I want to make sure that when I create content like you, that it really sounds like you. So can you give me a writing sample? And so I can give it a Facebook post or an email I've sent, anything. I can drop that in there and I click analyze, and my AI is going to give me a set of parameters here that analyzes my style of writing. And so when I initially gave it to my AI, I gave quite a long post because I wanted to give it as much training data as possible. And so it came back and it said, okay, it looks like you like to write really long posts. And sometimes I do that, but not all the time. So I moved that to the middle. The second thing that happened is, much to my disappointment, my AI said, you are not funny at all. And I was like, oh, come on. And so I adjusted that. I slid the thing over just a little bit. I was like, could you make me a little funny? And so I can adjust these things. And so I have trained my AI. Now, the next thing it says is, okay, great. Now tell me about the business or businesses that you are involved in. So for me, that's my AI. For you, that's your network marketing business. But you can share as many different businesses or business profiles as you like. And so one of the things I have people do is I say, pick your favorite product at your company and create a business profile for that. Create one for your whole company or your whole brand. Create one about the business opportunity. And I'll show you more of what that looks like. But you get a chance to share about your business or businesses. And then at the end of that, it goes, great. Now I have a sense of who you are. And it writes a motto for me. Ignite your entrepreneurial spirit, elevate your business. It gives me a new version of my story, a new inspiring retelling of my story that encapsulates who I am. It even gives me a personality analysis. And so literally in a matter of the first 5-10 minutes, this is like the first thing that you'll experience, you have now created an AI version of you. And so now that we have that AI version of me, let's have this thing go to work helping me to maintain and build that consistency and to create authentic, engaging content every single day in 5 minutes or less. So let me show you exactly what that looks like. So I'm going to come in here. Now we're on my live demo account here. And so I am going to, on a daily basis, come into my AI, and I am going to use my AI to help me to create unique, authentic, memorable social content that truly sounds like me. So I can do a number of different amazing things here. I can have it write the post and give me an image. I can also take a picture that I have on my own phone and I can share that image and it will write the post or caption for me. I can have it write short text only posts. I can have it write longer posts for me and also give me an image. I can even have it write the caption for my video like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and so on. And one of the things that we're getting ready to launch that I know really aligns to what you all are doing and what Simon's training a lot on is that we're going to be launching video scripts as well. So you can say, I'd like to make a TikTok video or a YouTube Reel or whatever, or a YouTube short about this topic, and it will actually write out, here's what you should do. Here's the hook. Here's what you should talk about. And it will script that out for you. So I'm going to show you just an example here for you to see how easy that is. So we're going to do a caption with a suggested image. And so when I do that, every time I do, it's going to use my AI profile. It's going to use my AI writing style. And then I'm going to, if I want to, I can select an objective. And so this was one of those moments that I was smiling as Simon shared the 4 different categories that he trains on of the content pillars that you should have, because they align perfectly, right? He said teach instead of educate, but exactly, we're talking about the exact same things, right? Inspire, entertain, educate, and then sometimes promote. So you can select one of those. I can also, if I want it to be a post that weaves in one of my businesses, I can select and tie in any business profile to that. I can also adjust the tone. So maybe I want this post to be a little bit more funny, for example. I could do that as well. And so then all I do is I say, this is what I want the post to be about. So the leaves are falling from the trees in front of my house, and I love the cool, crisp autumn mornings here in Colorado. So that's what I want my post to be about. So I just give it a basic, what's going on in my life? What do I want to share about who I am? Maybe I want to share about my lifestyle, my family, what I'm up to. I want to speak to that person that I was when I was first joining network marketing. And I don't want to just be a walking, talking billboard. So I'm going to vary up the content. So I hit generate, and my AI is going to go to work creating that content for me. And so in a matter of seconds, it is going to create an authentic, awesome social post for me in my voice that I can then share on social media. And what we are doing routinely, my favorite thing to hear from people when they share about their experience using my AI is they say, I wasn't consistent. Maybe I wasn't even posting at all. I was a perfectionist. I felt like people were going to judge me. I didn't know what to say. I felt like I wasn't a good writer, or I didn't have anything good to say. I didn't have anything interesting going on. And instead, now suddenly I am consistently posting every single day on multiple platforms, and I'm doing it in 5 minutes or less. That is the best thing I could possibly hear. So here's this post, right? A chill in the air, a rust-colored carpet on my yard. Oh, how I endure the tranquil autumn mornings here in Colorado. The leaves falling from the trees in front of my house are nature's reminder to enjoy each moment. How do you like to start your day? So look, it builds in that call for engagement into the post. And not only do I get a version of this for Facebook, I get a separate version for Instagram that has different copy and different hashtags, another one for LinkedIn rather, another one for Twitter or X. And so I'm able to take a single concept or piece of content and create posts for multiple different platforms in a matter of seconds. And so let's say I'm ready to post it. I'm going to show you one more thing before I do that. Once I'm ready to post it, it's super easy. But let's say, that's awesome, but, I'd like you to make it shorter. I'd make you to make it longer. Could you make it funnier? Could you maybe translate it and give me this same post in Chinese or Japanese or Korean or Thai or Romanian or Russian? You can literally do all of that at your fingertips in a matter of seconds with my AI. And so once I'm ready, I simply click on Get Started. It immediately downloads that picture to my downloads on my computer and copies that post to my clipboard. And it takes me so that I can go and natively post this on Facebook, so that instead of a situation where I'm losing some algorithmic juice by using some third-party API thing, this is exactly as though I went into Facebook and created that post right here. So I hit Control V or Command V, I drop that in there, and all I have to do is click and drag that picture from my downloads right into that post. And literally in a matter of seconds, I am creating that post and generating that consistent daily engagement on my social platforms. So step one, we've got to get consistent in posting. We've got to get consistent in showing up and putting content out there. This makes that so easy to do. But that's only one piece of the puzzle, right? There's so much more that Simon was sharing about. There's so much more that we need to be able to do. And so what else needs to happen? Well, one of the things that needs to happen is that I need to not just be posting my own content, but I need to be interacting with others. I need to interact on their content. I also need to be interacting on people who engage with my content, and my AI makes it easy for me to do those things as well. So one of the things that I find is I know I should go and spend some time commenting on content from other people in my life. And so what happens though is I end up posting things that I feel like are just a little sort of meh, because I feel like I'm rushing or I'm hurrying. So let's go back over here to Facebook. Let's go back to my feed and let's go take a look. Oh, that's really cute. That was 7 years ago. That was my little kids. They're a lot bigger now. So here we go. Here's a post from my friend Bree, who apparently she lives in Dallas, I think. She should be a Rangers fan, not an Astros fan, but maybe she grew up in Houston. So here's Bree posting about the Astros. I'm a huge baseball fan, so I'm going to grab that. And so let's say I'm going to go and put Bree posted, and I'm going to put her message here. And funny comment about Go Rangers, because I'm cheering for the Rangers because my buddy Bob Bodine. So I'm going to go and say what I want the comment to be about. And my AI is going to write that comment for me and give it back to her in just a matter of seconds. So here we go. Let's hope the Rangers don't disappoint us like the Astros. Time to step their game up. I can grab that in a matter of seconds. I can copy it to the clipboard. I can come back over here. I can post that comment here, and I can move right on to the next one. Right. This one's from our friend Tony and Sarah Zalecki. This one is that looks like an ad. That's an ad from Papa Grant. Oh, this is a cool post.
I just want to add something. I just want to add that's so important, because think about like a post like Bree, right? Most people just are giving the same comment because we're busy. Oh, like sad face, happy, aha, same thing. But all of a sudden, Adrian posted something like that. Guess which comment is going to stand out? Right? Like, for example, I did a happy birthday to my second child. Oh, congrats. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I get 100 comments of happy birthday, which is cool. But guess which one's going to stand out? Right? Use that. So when you stand out, you become memorable. And then you become, and you know, because you're memorable, you give special attention. Then there's a connection and people like you more. Right? I talk about engagement helps people like you more. So that's huge. I just wanted to add that because, you know, that's a big part of my
that is so right on. And one of the things that we've been hearing from our customers, because we just launched this comment tool like 2 weeks ago. So it like we're adding new stuff literally every single week. That's one of the things that I'm so excited about. And exactly what you said, Simon, people are coming back to us saying, I've never had anyone like actually, I've never had a conversation trigger from a comment. And because these comments are so like meaty and meaningful, people have been reaching out to me in the DMs because of the fact that I gave them a comment that was meaningful and that comment had come from my AI. So those things are so powerful and they really do make you stand out. Even if you feel like you don't have a lot of influence, if you feel like you don't have a lot of engagement on your own content yet, that's a fantastic way to do this. So our buddy Rob Sperry posted this today. He talked about kind of his shift in his own identity, he's like super ripped now. And so he talked about kind of this shift in identity. And so, this is how I actually felt, right? I really identified with that post, but I don't necessarily know how to express that very well. So I really identified with this post. Thanks for your vulnerability. That's how I feel, but I would struggle to express that well. And I like to, this is a little tip for you. I like to put who posted it because that cues my AI to be able to put their name in there in some cases. And so I like to do that. So I'm going to give it that comment and I'm going to ask to do that, right? Wow, Rob, your journey is truly inspiring. It's amazing to see your hard work manifest, even if it's just a real experience. Thanks for sharing this very personal journey. Like that sounds like me, but it would have taken me 20 minutes at least to come up with that, right? That's the struggle. And so this is allowing me to do that. So it's allowing me to be successful here in the comments. Now, this is everything I've shown you already was at one time my favorite. This is my new favorite. We just launched this last week. And so I'm so excited to share it with you. Now, you are starting to post content out there. You are having people who are engaging with your content. And now the rubber is going to meet the road of what if we now start having some conversations with the people who are interacting with my stuff and begin turning that interaction into a real conversation. That is so valuable, but it can also be really scary, can't it? It also can be like, that's like kind of the gut check, right? Give me a 3 in the chat if that's where you're like, you feel yourself tighten a little bit because that feels a little risky. So let's go and we'll look at how to do that. So I'm going to come in here. I should have probably prepared this ahead of time so I would know what I'm stepping into here. But let's come over here. I'm going to go into my post and I'm going to go into my profile and let's go and pull this up here, right? So this was a post that I shared about a friend of mine who really inspires me. And I got a lot of really great comments and engagement, right? So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab the post that I shared. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put that into my AI. And then I'm going to say, let's see. My friend Jen commented this, right? So Jen, oops, got to type in the right box. I'm going to put that here. Okay. So I'm going to put that into the chat, and it is going to help me to take that and convert that into a conversation here. Hey, Jen, so good to see you resonating with this post. Isn't Young Barlow just incredible? It's fun reminiscing the old times and watching our friends grow. Cheers to wonderful relationships. Like, that is an awesome relational, connected to what we were actually talking about message that I could go into the DMs and send Jen right now to start a conversation. And she's going to go, oh, yeah, it is. It's so awesome. And that I'm now in to start building an actual connection with her. And I've had my AI do the hard and scary work of opening that door. So now we are in this place where we have lowered the barrier to consistency. We are engaging with other people's content every day in such a meaningful way that in many cases, those people are actually reaching out to us because we've made such an impression. We've stood out from the pack. And my AI is helping me to open up conversations. This thing is so, so powerful. And I feel like I won't do this to you, but we could be here all night because I'm still just barely scratching the surface of how my AI can help you. So I'm going to take just a couple of seconds. I'm not going to do a super deep demo because I would keep you here all night, but here's what I want you to know. Everything that I just showed you is what we call my AI. My AI is the first level in what Nowsite has to offer. It's included in everything that we do because it is the foundation. It's the core of what we do. However, let's imagine that we are doing this consistently. Let's imagine that you're following Simon's coaching, you're following Simon's daily, he's helping you to be in rhythm every day. Suddenly you're having a lot of conversations. Now, wouldn't it be helpful if I could take those conversations and I could go and create a website or a funnel or a landing page where I could actually capture people's information? I could share some information about what I'm doing so that when I have that conversation with somebody and they get interested, that I say, hey, let me share this with you. You could why don't you take a look at this will explain it better than I could. And then let's have a conversation tomorrow once you've taken a look at that. What if I could have that structured specifically to whatever it is that I want to show that prospect? And so I want to show you what that looks like. And so I talked about how at the beginning that we are able to create a business profile as part of our setup during the process. Well, let's go ahead and quickly create a business profile so you can see how easy this is, right? So we're going to create Adrian's Running Club. So let's imagine I'm part of a network marketing health and wellness company. I want to promote running because that's my passion, but I'm going to use that to help me to develop conversations. So I lead weekly virtual runs with friends around the world to encourage all of us on our fitness journeys. So that's my imaginary business, right? So let's say I've created this running club. We do it virtually, so we just share about our runs. It's not like we're getting together in person, but this allows me to connect with people who are interested in fitness, who are aspired to be, that would be great prospects for me for my business. So I share literally, I gave it one sentence, right? Adrian's Running Club. I gave a very basic description of what that is. And I said, hey, could you create a description of that for me? And in a matter of moments, it created this beautiful, amazing business description describing that whole business with keywords, with brand colors, with suggested text, suggested fonts, the whole thing. And so now I go, okay, great. Now I want you to build me a website for that. My AI, could you do that for me? And so it's going to be Adrian, ARC, Adrian's Run Club, and it's going to be excited and friendly. And it's going to be arcdemo.now.site. And let's say I want to create a sales funnel for my business here. And so I'm going to ask my AI to create a website for me for that business in a matter of seconds. And so watch how easy and how quickly my AI is able to take that very limited input and create a beautiful web presence for me in a matter of seconds. I'm every time I get to show this, I'm just continually amazed. So, think about if you were leveling up in your business, you would spend thousands of dollars, you would spend multiple weeks. And then usually what would happen is you would go, oh, shoot, this is a disaster. And then you would start back over spending another thousands of dollars in time creating this. Well, what if instead, in a matter of seconds, you could have a beautiful professional looking website that you are able to show in a matter of seconds? That is the magic of what my AI can do for you. So here we go. Let's see what my AI is going to come up with.
So, Agent, Leanne asked this question. They would do posts for different set of businesses, right? You just add a different profile.
Absolutely.
So like Leanne, you can do, just say your company has 5 different products, and you have a weight loss, you have a skincare, you also have a motivational thing that you want to share yourself, or something personal about you and your kids. You can have it's very easy to set up the profiles, and then they'll create the different content for you. And that's the cool part.
That's exactly right. I find that for some reason my Zoom sometimes makes my connection run slow. So I'm going to take it down for a second because I think that will make this finish faster. But that's exactly right. And I saw one other question. Does this work for posts only or just for for reels as well as posts, or just for posts? So it works for all of those things. For reels, we're not going to give you a stock video because it's probably not going to get much engagement. It would be a video that you would provide and create. But what would happen is that you would instead create that video. You would say, please go and create this caption for me, and it will create a version of that caption for your Instagram Reels. It will also create a separate one for TikTok. It will also create a separate one for YouTube, and it will also create a separate one for LinkedIn. And so again, it's that same concept of being able to repurpose a single piece of content or concept across multiple platforms, but to do it in a way that is unique to the needs of each of those platforms. So here's Adrian's Running Club. Don't wait another minute. Join Adrian's Running Club today. Take your journey to the next level. And it's going to capture some info here. And so then I'm going to come in here to the landing page, and it's going to say, welcome to Adrian's Running Club. It's going to give me an overview of the different aspects of what my business does. It's going to give me copy for that. It's going to give me different services, Adrian's running tips, virtual runs. It's going to give me some sample testimonials that I can go and fill in with others. But I'm able to literally in a matter of seconds have a fully functional up and running website that I can create in a matter of seconds. And let's say there's something that I want to change, right? So let's say, this is sometimes it picks a picture that I'm like, I don't know why I picked that picture. So let's grab this picture and let's go and let's say I want to change that out, right? In a matter of seconds, I can go in here and I can go and search from our huge database of images and go and find a different image that better reflects what I want to show and how I want to present myself on social media, and share that in a matter of seconds. So let's say I like that one. I'm going to add that picture in its place. And that's again, awesome. At the snap of a finger, every single thing here is editable, changeable. It's super, super easy. Now,
it's incredible. It's incredible.
Thanks, man. Thank you. And just, I want you to see, right? arcdemo.now.site. You are literally live on the internet in a matter of seconds. Like it's there, it's real. You're going to do the same thing with email. Your AI is going to write an email campaign for you. It's very similar. So I won't show you that, so we don't have to go through kind of a repetitive part on the demo, but you're going to be able to do that same thing where it's going to, when somebody opts into that, it's going to create a lead for you. It's going to give you that person's information, but you can also have them receive an email immediately. And not only that, but let's say you're going, I want to go to the next level. My AI Nowsite has a database of over 2 billion prospects that you can generate from anywhere around the world. and you can go and identify people in any market based on their interest, based on their age, based on all these different aspects. And so we'll just do this as the last part, right? So I'm based outside of Denver, Colorado. This is for Adrian's running club. So let's say I want somebody who's interested in running, right? So we're gonna go running, not running errands. That was one of the other options. So I want somebody who's interested in running. Let's say I primarily, I'm looking for more guys, and let's say I want somebody that is that's let's say kind of in my rough sort of data set age area. So I'll say between 18 and 49. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to generate a prospect, and it is going to help me to find a prospect that meets the criteria that I'm looking for. And I get access to an unlimited number of these. So here's Adam. He's a territory manager for Cardinal Health. I can see all of this information about him and his background. I got a couple of different emails for him. I've got a Facebook and a LinkedIn profile. And not only do I get that, but I get a personality analysis for him. So this is going to help me to target and to write a message using AI specific to Adam's style and his needs. So when we step back, what I want you to think about is everything that we're doing here is designed around this core concept that our job is to help you to be consistent, help you to show up daily, help you to show up as truly you, as the specific version of you, as the person that speaks to your core market. And that is really where the magic occurs. And so I'm so excited to have had the opportunity to show it to you. I want to hand it over to you, Simon, to talk a little bit about what it looks like to get started, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, you know what? That person you just found, that's a real person.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real, look, hey, that's a real person, a real prospect that Adrian just found for you. It's incredible, right? That's why, like, I want to share a few things and a couple of slides. And also, I know there's some questions. We'll go to the questions after this. So I know for me in the past, I was like, but that's AI. That's not me. That's fake. Right? That's a robot speaking. That's not Simon. And you know what? If anyone, I have a reputation, right? I've done almost 777 podcast episodes. A lot of you attend my pep talks every day. You know, a lot of you like Carla, wherever you're on there. So I'm like, I can't have it talk like not me, because then it'll be not authentic, right? I'll be a fake. But here's the thing: what I discovered. Number one, it's really, really good. And number two is, even if it's not 100%, the toughest part for me to come up with content, whether it's like the pep talk or BYOB, is sitting there with a blank screen and try to come up with something. And now what I like most is I don't use it word for word. I use it 95%. I use it and then I change up a couple words or add a couple of emojis. But that takes me like 30 seconds, 1 minute. It doesn't take me 10 minutes to sit there, come up with a post. And that's what I like about it, right? So you can still be authentic because you tell my, this is the way I speak. And it gets it right like 95%. And then I just change up a couple words, which is way, 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 way easier. And just to be fully transparent, the last BYOB workshop, I know you attend my workshop, we're totally changing the BYOB workshop because of this. And BYOB workshop's been going on for 4 years. And almost 5 years, I think. And it's always been the same format, but this is such a game changer. In fact, the last BYOB workshop, which was like 2-3 weeks ago, the content I created was all by my AI, by AI. AI used it, right? I took my previous BYOB post and I told it, I want to create similar type of motivation post for my workshop. And boom, within seconds, it did that. Instead of me normally taking 1-2 hours writing the content. Right. And none of you even noticed it because it's still in my voice. And yes, Ronnie said you change over time or you'd be left behind. So that was game changing. Everyone needs to check this tool out, right? Use it for social media, play around with it, see how it can save you time and let you speak to your target audience, to your prospect better, and you're going to get better results. You can get better engagement. You get more people reply back, and the people you bring into your team, the customers you get, will be better because you become more relatable, right? And then you're posting stuff. It's not just like no one's replying back. You actually going to get engagement, get better results. So this is what I've done for you. Adrian's done something special for me. You can get a free trial to using this tool. Now, just go to the link right here. and then use the code Simon. Okay, go to mlmnation.com/myai and use the code Simon. And when you go there, you do put your payment details, but nothing will be charged. Take the trial. Now, even if you don't want to pay for anything, sure, I recommend you go and play around with it for 3 weeks and then go cancel it. Because just by playing around for 3 weeks, you know what the technology is out there, whether you like it or not. And I admit I did not like it at the beginning. I thought it was going to replace me, but AI is changing everything. It's going to change network marketing, change what we do on social media. So you need to learn what is happening. And I think you should use it, but even if you don't, go right now, use the trial, play around with it, and see how this is game changing. See how it's going to affect your business and your prospects and the competition out there. They're using it as well. You need to be aware of this technology. So right now, go to mlmnation.com, the link right here, mlmnation.com/myai, and use that special code Simon and get that free trial. And once you do that, let me know. I'm interested to see the content that my AI comes up for you. I'm really excited. Like I said, this is the biggest game changer since social media came along. So right now, go ahead, go to the link and get that free trial. Use code Simon. And I look forward to the exciting results that you get.